Welcome back to Tyson's 𝐲𝐔𝐾𝐒. Today I'm going to teach you a few things about utilising your dark side. We all have a dark side in us. We all have dark thoughts. We all have a side to us that we should keep inside, that we should not let out. Call it a monster, call it what you will, but we all have the darkness inside of us. There is no light without dark, and sometimes as a man, we must utilise our dark side. Now how can we do this without being horrible, heinous criminals, horrible, unjustified monsters to society? Well, let me tell you this, it's a fine line. You need to utilise your dark side in ways that are helpful to your mission. Obviously, if you're doing fighting training, or if you go to the gym, you can utilise your dark side. Put on your headphones and get dark. Use that darkness, that power, when lifting the heavy weights. Get angry. Use anger and fury as a tool that you can use when in the gym or when you're fighting, when you're sparring. And I truly mean this in sports. There's a competitive side to most people. If you can channel the darkness that is in everyone, if you can channel it to come forward, you will usually knock down and beat down most people. It comes in very handy for sports, going to the gym. Now what else can the dark side come in handy for? Because again, I'm not making this up, this isn't Star Wars. We all have this side to us. We all have a part of us that sometimes wants to lash out and do something. We all have thoughts when we see a certain someone that maybe we don't like, or even if you see a beautiful woman walking down the street. As a man, sometimes you have dark thoughts. Now obviously you're not a scumbag, so you don't actually act on those thoughts. But I know and you know that those dark thoughts are fucking there. Let's not pretend, let's not joke that they are. They're in our own head. What's another way we can utilise this dark side? Well, when we have a little loss, when we're going through a hard time in life, we can utilise this dark side by channeling those emotions of someone that does not give a fuck. If you care too much, then that might be a problem. We can utilise our dark side by not caring. If you're going through a tough time, you can say, I do not give a fuck, I don't care, let the world burn. Now obviously, we don't want to be letting the world burn and feeling sorry for ourselves in that way. What I mean is, we just move on from that event, whatever it happened. Maybe someone broke up with you, maybe someone in your family even died and you're going through a struggling time at the moment. But utilise that dark side. Walk back into the gym like a villain. Wake up the next day and get back to work just like the villain would. Because in the movies, the villain walks out with a fire and he does not give a fuck. You need to utilise your dark side. You need to become the monster. At least inside here, you are impenetrable. So no one can actually do anything to you. So the real monsters of the world cannot penetrate your armour because you are a fucking monster. No one can outdo you, no one can outwork you. There isn't a beast that can beast you because you are the fucking beast. Channel your dark side. Trust me, if you never channel the dark side, you'll come up against someone that does. Yes, you should be all light and all powerful and help people and be a great hero to the world. It's always been my mission and it's all I tell all my kids. But there is a darkness in everyone. Some people push it deep down. Some people are too scared to utilise it. But I'm telling you, there might be a day where you don't have a fucking choice. I suggest you practice using it. How do you apply this with self-hypnosis? Well, there's probably a villain from some type of program that you've enjoyed watching or you've enjoyed reading about. Utilise them, maybe try and dress like them a little bit, or maybe just get a black tracksuit maybe, or something that feels like it's a little bit darker. Go buy yourself a coffee from the shop wearing your black tracksuit. Talk in a slightly different way, act in a slightly different way. Just practice channeling those darker emotions. You don't need to be a horrible little prick at the shop. You can still be respectful, but think about how that villain that you watched before, think about how he would speak, how he would act. Maybe he has a certain demeanour. Start practicing to utilise your dark side. Because let me tell you this, young G's, there's always dark times coming. And it's better to be a monster fighting monsters than a fucking little wimp. Start practicing your dark side now.